Life is a world full of mirrors, and sometimes we don't like our reflection. I don't mean that physically. I mean that when we look at our money, when we look at our relationships, when we look at our grades, when we look at our physical fitness, when we look at anything in our life, sometimes we try to change the outside world. We try to change what the mirror shows us instead of doing the work inside of ourselves, instead of looking at, if I keep dating the same kind of people, there has to be something that I'm doing. There has to be something that's going on inside of me that is causing me to keep repeating the same pattern. Because not every single man or every single woman or every single person in the world is a cheater. Not all of them are. However, if the last five that you dated or I dated or somebody else dated, if the last five people in a row have all been cheaters, that's not what the other person is doing. Yes, let me correct this. The other person who is cheating, that's their behavior. But the person getting into these relationships, somehow, some way, they keep finding themselves in the same relationship pattern. So what do they have to do? They have to sit down and not judge themselves, not say nobody loves me and everyone cheats on me, and you might feel that, but you want to pause and just look at it. Okay, I keep getting in relationships where I get cheated on. Where did I learn this from? Maybe you have to sit down and ask yourself, growing up, what did I see between mom and dad, grandma, grandpa, aunts and uncles? What did I see? I saw cheating. So without even knowing it, that became quote unquote normal to me. And not normal in a good way, but normal in a, this is all I know. So when that person finds somebody who's actually good for them, they push them away because this is scary. I don't know what this is. This isn't familiar to me. Couple years ago, right? I was dating this girl who, I'm going to keep this as vague and as anonymous as possible. I was dating this girl who, she was telling me about her past relationships. She was like, this person did this and this person did that. And I was 17 at the time. So I'm thinking, naturally people get in some pretty toxic relationships and whatnot. So I didn't really think much of it. But over time, I would notice she would randomly start getting distant. She would kind of push me away. She would tell me how, like, sometimes she's paranoid that, like, what if this and what if that? And mind you, I was 17 at the time, so I didn't really know much. But looking back on it, I realized that the reason why she felt that was because growing up, her mom and dad were cheating on each other. So over time, that became quote unquote normal to her, which explained why the last three relationships followed the same pattern, rinse and repeat. It's like clockwork. Until we change something inside of us, we won't change our result. Imagine standing in front of a mirror and your hair is messy. So you start combing the mirror instead of combing your own hair. That's what a lot of times we try to do. We think that I'm going to change the world before I change myself. I'm going to be happy when everyone else does something different. I'm going to be happy when this person changes their behavior. I'm going to be happy when I have this money. I'm going to be happy when I have this job. I'm going to be happy when I have the relationship. I'm going to be happy when this thing outside of me changes. But the truth is, you'll be happy when you're happy. You will feel good when you feel good. And this is why, if you keep trying to change the outside, it'll never be enough. Have you ever seen people who have 12 cars, a house with 20 bedrooms, but you can only drive one car? You can only sleep in one bedroom. And that's not me saying that there's anything wrong with having material collections and, living lavish. If that's how you want to live, that's how you want to live. But do that after you've already felt good about yourself. Think of it as a cake, right? You are the cake. You are ready. You are good enough. You have your frosting. You have your triple layers. You feel good about yourself. All of this outside stuff, that relationship, that car, that money, that job, that big house, all those things, those are the sprinkles. Those are just the sprinkles. Those are the cherry on top. Those are all the extra add-ons. But you're already good enough. You're already enough. You're already good. And you have to go inside of yourself in order to realize these things. Or else you're just going to be chasing outside stuff to try and solve an inside problem. You're going to be combing the mirror instead of combing your own hair. This is why in the Bible it says, seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all these things will be added on to you. What this means is that you have to go inside, because I can't remember the verse, but there's this part where Jesus says that the kingdom of God is within you. So, seek ye first the kingdom of God, which is inside of you, and all these things will be added on to you. You have to feel good about yourself first. You have to feel fulfilled. You have to feel, I am enough, I am worthy, I am lovable first, and then you get the money. And then you get the relationship. And then you get all the stuff. Oh, Lawrence, but what about people who, they feel bad about themselves. They feel insecure, but they still get the money. They still get the girlfriend. They still get the car. They still get the stuff. Great point. Those people are trying to fill an inside problem with outside stuff. When that relationship ends, look at how their life goes. They just spiral. Everything falls apart. When the money is slow, they spiral. They fall apart. Man, I need the money. I need it. When the car gets repoed, when they get into a car crash, oh my gosh, my car! And they place so much value outside of themselves. Oh, well, what are they saying about me on Instagram? They always need something outside of them because they have not sought first the kingdom of God inside of them. And this is why all the shiny stuff is great, it's good. Get the car, get the relationship, get the house, get all these things. But first, get a connection with yourself. But first, get a connection with, all of that stuff is cool, all that stuff is great, but I don't need it. When you need it, it's like you're an addict. I need the next hit of that like on Instagram. I need the next hit of that relationship. I need the next hit of that money. I need the next hit of that validation. I need that next hit. And you're just chasing and chasing and chasing because I need it. Have you ever seen an addict in withdrawal? They got snot coming out their nose, they throwing up, they sweating, they pacing around, they scratching their face, they foaming at the mouth. This is how people get when they're trying to solve they're trying to solve an inside problem with outside solutions. When they get into a breakup, when they lose money, when they get into a car crash, when they lose the stuff, it's like the world just fell apart. And of course, you'd be upset if you got into a car crash. You'd be upset if your partner broke up with you. You'd be upset. But these people will lose it all. It's like they forget that, hey, at least I ain't dead. Because when we are trying to change the reflection instead of changing what we're putting in front of the mirror, it's as if you're solving, and it's so backwards. Because, and mind you, I'm not saying this out of judgment. I'm saying this with so much passion because I've done it so many times in my own life. When the mirror reflects to you something, that can be somebody telling you about yourself. I have had many times in my life where family members have told me about myself. They have said, Lawrence, you're kind of selfish. Lawrence, this, that. Things, people say things to me. It goes in one ear, out the other ear. If someone used to say something to me that upset me, I would just walk off. And I had to sit down and go, you know what? This person got a point though. What they said hurt my feelings. What they said upset me. But I gotta admit, they're telling me the truth. And sometimes the truth is gonna hurt. Sometimes the truth is that there's things about ourselves that we need to work on. And the person saying it isn't trying to offend you. They're not trying to tear you down. They're not trying to, insult you. They're just saying like, hey man, you smell. You gotta go take a shower. Hey man, you're kind of selfish. Like I've had family members tell me that. And I had to sit down and go, you got a point though. The mirror is reflecting what you put in front of it. You have to figure out, okay, well, the life that I want, who do I have to become? If I want the outside world to change, I gotta change. It's like Michael Jackson. You gotta start with the man in the mirror. You can't, if you wanna make the world a better place, you have to take a look at yourself and make a change. And the change that you want to make in the world, you have to make it inside of yourself first. It's like a pastor, right? Imagine somebody is a pastor and they're on the pulpit and they preaching and they saying, I'm a man of God and I'm all this and I'm all that. But then the next day you see them at a bar. Now, of course, everybody struggle with their problems. Everybody got their vices. Everybody, has things where nobody perfect. We all fall short from time to time. But we have to do the work to go inside and figure out, what do I need to change? Maybe that means you got to go get a support group. Maybe it means that you got to go pray. Maybe it means that you got to journal or you got to do therapy or you got to do whatever. But at the end of the day, if you want to change the result you're getting, you got to change who you're being. If you want to get a different outcome, you have to change the ingredients you're cooking with. If you put meatloaf in the oven, you are never going to get a cake. If you put cake in the oven, you're never going to get a meatloaf. So, if I want a different result, I gotta look at the ingredients that I'm cooking with. If I want a happy, loving relationship, I gotta look at the ingredients I'm cooking with. Oh, the ingredients I'm cooking with is dysfunctional household. The ingredients I'm cooking with is mom and dad cheating on each other. The ingredients I'm cooking with is Real Housewives of Atlanta. The ingredients I'm cooking with are YouTube loyalty test. Those are the ingredients I'm cooking with. I'm not judging. I'm not insulting. I'm just saying, here's what I'm cooking with. So I have to get rid of those ingredients and I have to put in happy love songs. I have to put in, beautiful Titanic, loving relationship type movies. I have to put in, 80s R&B love songs, whatever you gotta do. Whatever outcome you want, you gotta look at the ingredients you're cooking with. You cannot have loving relationship if you cooking with cheating. You can't do it. And you gotta admit, where did I learn that from? Not judging yourself, just acknowledging, here's what I gotta do. So, if you're trying to get a different outcome, if you're trying to change the reflection in the mirror, you gotta change, what am I putting in front of it? Because the mirror don't lie. The mirror shows you, this is how you spend your money. This is how your relationships go. This is how you dress. This is how you smell. This is how you take care of yourself. This is how clean or dirty your car or your bedroom is. These are your grades. The mirror ain't judging you. The mirror is just saying, here's what it is. I'm only showing you what you put in front of me. So, ask yourself, what do I want to change? What is it that, maybe it's relationships, maybe it's money, maybe you want to get your first job, it might be your grades, it might be whatever. What do I want to change? And then from there, you do the work. And with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you're looking for one-on-one coaching, links in the description for that. If you're looking for a speaker or podcast guest, you can contact me at lawrence@lawrencecharrison.com. Books and products are also in the description as well. I hope you all have a wonderful, lovely, and blessed day. I am doing fantastic. This was a great episode for me. Have a good one.